Okay, so this is what we've done so far. I don't know, again, my crappy skills and or the amp portion of the multimeter is not working. I've never really measured amps before. I put it in series and nothing happens. And it just doesn't even register anything on the display. So I probably blew that circuit years ago. I don't know. Voltage works, tells me what the voltage is, but the amps do not work at all. So c'est la vie. So what I have here, I'm gonna get rid of this thing completely. I should buy a new one. I've had this thing back since basically high school. I have the train controller going to the wire to this guy, knocking the 9 volts down to 3.3 volts. I connected the positive and negative output to a LifeLites brick, and LifeLites, like I plugged in one light. So let's just keep on plugging in lights as I find them. Hopefully they're going to work. I try every once in a while to go through all my LifeLites, my spare ones, and put away the, so that's 2 that work. Yeah. And so I like LifeLites because, you know, the 2x4 brick, first of all. I mean, this thing is fantastic. So again, thanks Rob for that. But also plugging and unplugging, overall, out of the hundreds and hundreds of LifeLites I've ever had, I've only 2 have broke, basic 2 or 3 have broke, the clippy came off. So that's 5, not that guy. 6. I should do my research again to figure out what the amp output is, because I think Rob told me once that each one of these LifeLites lights takes like 10 milliamps or something like that. So there's a calculation involved. But I can probably go online and figure it out. Because you don't want to overload the circuit. So that's 7. And then there's 8. So 8 LifeLites. Yay. Off of this guy, run from a train controller. 9-volt train controller. I keep on coming back. Like, a lot of people have given up on the 9-volt line. I get that because it's 1998. So it's like over 20 plus years ago. I can't remember when the first power functions showed up, but the RCX came out in 98, but that wasn't the first 9-volt thing that came, because the train controller, I think, came out before that. I could be wrong on that. But the 9-volt line, the light and sound, I don't know. I have to actually, I think that came out way before, because there are Futuron, and yeah, so obviously, because Futuron, the XT, was that Futuron or is that Classic Space? I have to look it up now. And 1987, and then the SP Striker, the robot that I brought to layout. Yes, that was non-Futuron. That was Classic Space. So the 9-volt line has been around since the mid 80s. And then they came out with the electrified plate, fantastic. The light and sound, fantastic. And then years later they came out with the RCX, fantastic. And the RCX was the only one in town for years. Like, we had 5 or 6 years at least of Lego robot competitions in RTL Toronto before the NXT came out. So 2000, I don't know when the NXT actually came out, but the RCX was the king of the heap, or the 9-volt connectors were the king of the heap for the longest time, probably almost a decade or over a decade. You just had 9-volt, and everything was 9-volt. So, and then the power function showed up, and that was a different connector. But there was a connector from 9-volt to power function, so you could use the motors from power functions in off the RCX, which is fantastic. So I like that era. I found it to be very convenient, easy, wonderful to build into layouts and mocks. I will say that trying to build an NXT or any other EV3 or anything else besides the Scout and the not the Boost, but the actual Scout, the Blue Scout, and the RCX into a Lego brick built layout is easy. The motors were easy. Everything was easy to use and to adapt. Now, it couldn't do the advanced stuff. There were, if I remember correctly, there was a Bluetooth sensor that you can connect to the RCX, because I did have Or maybe it's the NXT. Sorry, it would have been the NXT because I did try to be like Steve Hasn't for a minute. He was making self-navigating robots with using a GPS that could Bluetooth to the NXT. The NXT did have a Bluetooth connection on it. I don't think the RCX ever did. And so I was programming a lot back then with the NXT, with the Bluetooth, using the GPS. And I was trying to come up with a robot that could, excuse me, circumnavigate my backyard. I never got to the point where it was actually circumnavigating my backyard. It was moving, but it didn't seem to move properly to where it was supposed to go. I would walk out there. This is back in 2000, whatever, 4 or 5, whatever, maybe somewhere around there. Because I had a external Bluetooth GPS device, not like a Garmin or anything. It was just a little box. It used to be over here. I don't know where it is right now. But it would Bluetooth to your laptop. And when Callum and I went down to Bricks, for crying out loud, Brickfest 2004, I had my laptop with MapQuest, not MapQuest, MapPoint, Microsoft MapPoint, 2002, and the GPS thing with the suction cups on the roof of the car and the wire coming down to the laptop for power, and it was Bluetooth, so like we could see where we were going, pre Garmin, pre a lot of stuff. That was fun, and so I used the same GPS sensor, shall we say, and had it Bluetooth to the NXT, and the NXT was actually displaying the coordinates on the screen. I just could not get the programming done properly to parse out those numbers in order to get the robot to go to those GPS coordinates and to those GPS and then back to here. That's fine, and I gave up on it after a while. That's fine. I built a really big wheeled robot that could go over grass and stuff. Has Unplugged was inspiring. I'm gonna say that. Has Unplugged was very, very inspiring. He's the one that came up with the GBC, him and his team, his group, and also the chess playing NXTs. He built chess pieces, and you could play chess on a big board. He also had the Robot Wars and whatever, where he used the 48 by 48 base plates and build a whole arena stuff. Like, just fantastic stuff, and games that went over my head. But anyway, back to this because I'm going off in far too many tangents again. So this is working. I'm going to figure out now, I'm going to sit down and figure out the numbers of how many LEDs I can run off of one of these. And that's going to determine how many I'm going to have in layout. So that's it. That's all. I think that's a nice little wrap up. A nice little quick, non 1 hour yappage. Look at that. Really, really quick. Let's do this really quick because I am waiting for my soldering iron to warm up because I'm going to be soldering these wires to this guy, the input and the output. I think that'd be fun. So if we go here and here, I have to remember how to do this stuff. I used to put them in sequential order because there is a way for I can't remember the numbering sequence of these LEDs and plug them into an advanced kit. Let's see how this. I thought I had a busted advanced kit, and I'm worried to plug everything into the busted advanced kit. I was gonna make a YouTube or a TikTok channel where I whistle badly theme songs and or other songs, and people have to guess what they are. Because I've been whistling this basically all day today because I heard it on YouTube the other day, and again, I like the music and not what it stands for. Just give you guys a clear heads up. But it is one of my favorite theme songs from any movie ever made. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get demonetized. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I will watch that one anytime it's on TV. Absolutely, 100%. I have it on DVD. Not that I watch DVDs anymore. I'm going to solder these really, really quickly. So I was going to do that. I was going to say, hey, guess this movie by me badly whistling the theme song. Or the song with me badly. Get in there. There we go. One. Dos. Yeah, I'm liking this circuit boards already. Oh, I should get my fan going because this is thrice. This is me soldering on the fly. And again, I'm a hack at it in the best of days, but there we go. 4. Done. Turn this off before it burns on the house. Okay, so now I'm not worried about that anymore. Turn this off. So let me get a. Oh, I should have been ready for this. This guy. I have to remember. I'm gonna pop the bottom off. So you hit the button, and the thing should flash. Right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I used to know all the codes. That's 1, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say that one. That's me talking to myself quietly because I'm trying to figure out. 2, 3, 4. That's it. That one. I used to have a sheet. I don't know where that sheet went. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was going to do stuff. Let me just turn off those lights. Maybe turn off this light. I'm bringing it closer. Good thing to do that. So 2 lights are flashing and the rest lights are staying on. So you can do stuff like that. So I'm going to try to see if I can find my favorite. So it's 2. Yeah, there's a lot of weight in this one. You have to press it at the right time to get the sequence properly. Okay, so it's, I think it's 2 and 2. Let's see what this one does. This is the marquee. So let me just get the brick out here and put this thing in the right spot so you can see it. Actually, let's do this the proper way. Should have been ready for this. Sorry for wasting your time. Now again, these are old school. The new lighting kits have quote unquote fancier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I remember, get this thing out of the way. Let's see if I can find this light first. I think that's 1. 1, 2. Oh, this is old school stuff. 1, 2. There we go. So it's 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. And this is what I have. And I wanted to order more. I'm not going to run to it. I think I got 4 or 5 of them. And they got 2 928s. 4 and then 5. And this is all programmed with just pressing one button. which again, I was the wrong one. This one. So 5 and 7. And get this guy right here so it's not twisted around. 8. So you can see, almost like kit. I think you speed it up, expand the button. So now it's faster. Now it's faster. You know, whatever. And it's back to slow again. So let's do this again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Leave it there. Let's go to the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 1 and 1 is on, so I'm not going to do that one. 1, 2. So this is 1 and 2. I can't remember which 1 and 2 is. Again, I don't know where my sheet is. I used to have a sheet in the bottom of these bins that said exactly what they did. Oh, kit. No, not kit. I think make it fast. I'm sorry, Rob. This is awesome. One's fine. I think I'm going to take 2. And leave it at 3. Okay. Maybe it's in here. I didn't see it. Maybe it's in here. Oh, there it is. Advanced. So, there's kit. 1, all on. 1, 2 marquee, which we've seen. 1, 3 bounce. So this is the bounce. 1, 4 progressive. Okay, let's see what 1, 4 progressive is. Just because I'm here now. And Rob did all this. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry, everybody else. Rob's awesome. So, is it 4 progressive? Oh, I think this one fills in. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost like the power meters on the the blasters on Ghostbusters. And 5 is fading bounce. So let's go with 5, just whatever. Okay. The one I use is, it's not airport runway, it's spacecraft 4-4. I've used that before. So there's a more kit. I think that's what you put in there. Let's just do this. Go to 2-1. Because that's, or 2-2 lighthouse. I want to see what lighthouse is like. Okay. 2-2 is lighthouse. 1 in lighthouse 2. And so, I want fast lighthouse than that. So you put those lights around. This is kind of what I use on my tower. Let's see if I can find my aircraft or spacecraft. 4-4, 4-3. And then I'm gonna go with 3 first. There we go. So alternate fade, 2-1, 2-2 is lighthouse 1, 2-3 is lighthouse 2, 2-4 is tower, like one of those little towers with the lights on it. That's what I use. Except, I think that's, so I put these lights inside the cockpit, and these lights are the 2 reds and the 2 greens that are on the Galaxy Explorer. The red's on the edge of the wings and the green's on the top of the thrusters. And so I light up the interior with these guys, and each one of these goes underneath one by one trans red or trans green plates. Machine or 2-4 and 2-5 are towers. 3-1 is machine gun, which is random. 3-2 is fire. 3-3 is arc welder. 3-4 is just random, and 3-5 is airway runway, which is kind of cute. 4-1 is emergency vehicle. Let's just see that one because I think that's kind of a good one too. Yeah, I do a lot of patience on here because there's no other way of doing it. So that's 4 is fine. I'm gonna go to 4-1. There we go, 4-1. Emergency vehicle. Yeah, emergency vehicle is 4-1. 4-2 is locomotive. 4-3 is aircraft, which is what I use. Yeah, so there you go. 4-4 spacecraft, and 4-5 is engine throb. And I'll show you that one. So you can set it while it's on emergency vehicle, so it will just be on or flashing. Let's try 4-4 first. Okay, 4-4 is spacecraft. I don't think I like this one as much, if I remember correctly. You can see that there are varying intensities here. Let's see. Yeah, so let's like that one's kind of me. And let's do the last one, engine. Nope. Go to the next one. Done. So I'm not sure what the latest ones are because I haven't bought a brick kit off of Rob for a long time. But I don't think you can see it as well as I can. They're fading in and out. The intensity is actually flashing. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm liking this, by the way. So that's just a quick little whatever for Rob Hendricks LifeLites. That's up until he stops selling them. I'm gonna buy off of Rob. I am not a person that these new lighting kits want to sell to anyway. I don't have new sets. I'm not interested in new sets at all. So get this back on so I actually look good. Not that that ever happens. I'm old school, and I like the old school stuff, and I do want to support the person who first brought it to the table because he knocked it out of the park right out of the gate. And he's one of us. He's absolutely one of us. And so that's it. That's all. I'm going to clean up this hardware mess because this thing is actually working. And I'm going to do some more research on how many amps it's pushing out. And I'm going to figure out how many amps these LEDs are. So that's it. That's all. Everybody out there, stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you soon.